Hello viewers, welcome to India Today. Ellarigu namaskara. This is Maruti Acharya.
And I am Sanjay Ponnappa.
And today we are here to react to the teaser of the much awaited Kannada film KD.
KD the Devil.
KD the Devil.
Yes.
So the film stars.
The film stars Dhruva Sarja, Reeshma Nanaiah, Sanjay Dutt, Shilpa Shetty, Ramesh Arvind, Ravichandran. The list just goes on. It is directed by Prem. He is an iconic director in Kannada cinema.
Correct.
In recent years, maybe the vibe has kind of gone down with his recent films, but you know, through the early 2000s, right, all the way to the late 2000s,
Correct.
films like Jogi and so many others have been iconic and have set milestones in Kannada
Correct.
cinema industry. So,
Yeah.
whenever it's such a big name, it is always very exciting to see what the vision of this particular writer-director is going to be.
Before getting into the video also, there's this, I forgot the title of the song, but the Shiva trance song from KD. What is that title?
Shiva Shiva.
Shiva. It is a brilliant song. If you haven't heard it, go check it out. It is really, really good. I am just vibing to that song. I just felt like sharing it. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm very excited. This movie has been in production for quite some time now. So the glimpses here,
For
let's
quite some time.
see. Yeah.
Well, without any delay, let's get into the teaser
Yeah.
and then talk more.
Oh. Okay. Okay. My God.
Hey, hey.
Ramesh Arvind. Reeshma Nanaiah. Oh, nice shot. Ravichandran.
Oh, Nora Fateh.
Oh!
ಅವರಿಬ್ಬರದು ರಕ್ತ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಸಹ ಆದ್ರೆ ಆ ರಕ್ತ ಹರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಮೈಯಲ್ಲ.
Okay. Oh! Prem. The movie is framing.
ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಕೊಡಕ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸಾರ್. ಬರ್ಕೋ. ತಲೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ, ಬಾಡಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ.
Don't you think Prem is written all over the film?
It is quite evidently. This teaser was something.
Yes. I am still
I'm processing it.
processing it. Again, it's not a brilliant teaser where I am genuinely fully impressed with the teaser.
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
tell you that.
See,
But there are
first of-
so many things about the teaser which are really good.
See, first of all, in the teaser, it felt like it is one. I just loved how much of Sanjay Dutt there was in this teaser because you know lately with him and South Indian cinema, he was there in films. His name is utilized to
Correct.
the fullest to market. But when you look at the film, there isn't a lot of it.
Correct.
And
He's
this-
mostly getting close-ups or
Yeah.
he's walking. He's just there.
Just minimal
Yeah.
effort screenplay and his contribution to the
Correct.
story. A bold claim, but even with KGF, although he played Adira,
Yeah.
and the character has so much weight in the story, the amount of screen time he had was still limited.
Yeah, agree.
Right. So at least with this teaser, it feels like we are going to see a lot of Sanjay Dutt, and the central theme of the film is surrounding the relationship between Sanjay Dutt's character and Dhruva Sarja's character. So that for me is very exciting. Action looks really
Correct.
exaggerated.
Raw,
It
intense.
is in a hyperbole state, but it looks very raw and intense, like you said.
Correct.
So those are the exciting parts. It is a proper massy film, but with the action and this whole story between Sanjay Dutt,
Correct.
Dhruva Sarja, and where Shilpa Shetty fits in
Yeah.
between. I kind of am. Is it going to be a father-son story? Is it a brother story, or is it?
So for me, Sanjay, what I really liked is ambition. I will give that first to the team because some frames, again, the visual effects, CG are not on point and there's still time for the release, so they can definitely work on it. It is, I'm telling this from that place where, it can add up to the better experience while we are watching it on big screen.
Sure.
But the ambition part is how the frames have been envisioned. Again, I'm not giving 100% kudos to the team because the execution is also equally important, but the frames look ambitious. The sets, everything, some artificiality if they can avoid, it would be really, really good. Especially that Shilpa Shetty frame and the frame with everybody holding the fire sticks and all of that, right? So it looks very ambitious. And also in terms of eccentricity, also it looks very ambitious because it just takes a very small, thin line to cross for anything to go overboard.
Yeah.
Again, constructive criticism, if you take Dhruva Sarja's performance in Martin, I watched his previous films also after you recommended me Dhruva Sarja. See, that is what, he has that eccentric persona and performance in his, and also the demeanor, he can carry it. But Martin is like what, 5-6 notches higher than what it is supposed to be.
Right.
So here also, again, if the character demands like that, the character is that you are supposed to be a certain way. There's a lot of Dunya Vijay. I recently watched Dunya also. Just letting you know.
Nice,
So that the performance really makes sense because the character is written in a certain way. So if the character is written in that way and that amount of eccentricism is required, it is fine. If not, again, it will be the odd one out in the film. But still, based on the teaser, I think it is going to be raw, grounded. And
Right.
the eccentricism makes sense, but the skepticism is also there.
See, first thing is with the teaser, it is a good introduction to what the film is going to be like.
Correct.
It is letting the audiences know what it is like. I wouldn't call the teaser cut so well made because it is quite abrupt and it is more about introducing all the characters.
It was very montagey kind of.
Not just their posters. This is more like a 5-second video montage of all of the characters. But with Sanjay Dutt and Dhruva Sarja pitched as the primary. If you notice, nobody else is there.
Correct.
Has been, nobody else's character
Got
and
elevated.
character traits is revealed.
Yeah.
Along with Sanjay Dutt, I'm even more excited. See, this film is bringing together all those yesteryear actors, right? Yes, Sanjay Dutt on all India level, but as a Kannadiga, the emotion of seeing Ravichandran in such a massy avatar or seeing Ramesh Arvind in such
I
a
really
massy
liked his
avatar.
look.
Brilliant. It is very exciting to see all of them.
Yeah.
Shilpa Shetty back in Kannada cinema because
Correct.
she also worked with Ravichandran in Kannada cinema here as
Correct.
well, and all those films are memorable films. It's films I grew up with.
Correct.
So all of those things taken into factor, the film definitely becomes exciting.
Correct.
Now that we've seen the kind of action and all of it, all those are exciting, but at the same time, all the skepticisms that you've mentioned is also running in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
Prem's previous film, one of his previous films with
The Villain.
The Villain with Shivraj Kumar and Sudeep, it was also pitched at a very high level. The scale was high, all of it was high. But then after the release, like you said, it crossed that line.
Correct.
And it became a little too over. Another thing is, see, while the music, the songs for the films, Shiva Shiva is just amazing. I really like Setta Gala Hoge also, which is sung by Mika Singh.
And composed by Arjun Janya.
Arjun Janya, yes. So the songs are nice, but the background score
Yeah.
is something that is scaring me.
Correct.
Even in this, that is the Prem touch. I am villain.
Yeah.
And even in here, we got certain similar vibes, right?
Destroyed.
So will
Devil.
it be there through the film? How is it going to be used? What is the kind of music being used? Is another thing that I am a little skeptical about, because irrespective of the film, if the music is not very catchy, it can at the least distract you from enjoying the film to the fullest.
Correct.
At the most, just give you a really bad experience. So that is one thing that I am a little skeptical about. The songs are good, which is why I felt like, oh, this might be a good musical feel.
Correct.
But after the teaser, I'm like, okay, is the background music going a little,
Too much.
too beyond the line?
Yeah, I recently watched Dunya for the same reason, because Dunya and all these early Suri movies, Tagaru, you take not just in Kannada industry.
Tagaru was more recent.
More recent,
Yeah,
but I'm just
yeah.
telling you the genre. Okay, you take Telugu, Tamil. There are a lot of movies in this genre. Gangsters or a world, crime world. The reason why those movies are so special and they are so appealing, if you actually analyze, the hero comes from nowhere and he becomes what he is. So the relatability factor of the hero also can fall, but in the fall he will rise. You can take Dhanush early films like Pudupete or Dunya also. The first half of the film, you will feel that, oh, he's genuinely vulnerable. He has his moments, but he's vulnerable. So I feel like the action films right now lack that vulnerability in a hero. If you are supposed to feel a high at some point, you have to start it at low. I feel like all the action films are just
Right.
the hero is unbeatable. He can do anything.
It needs to be believable when a hero is getting beaten. In
Yeah.
films like this, the setup is such that the hero becomes a Superman. There isn't really a proper direct threat
Correct.
to the hero, and you don't really feel, oh, what is going to happen to him. You just sit and think, oh, how is he going to save everybody else?
Correct.
This vulnerability factor actually adds a lot to a character, and that makes it a much more interesting watch for sure.
Exactly. So that is our opinions, reactions of the teaser. KD, it looks interesting, but skepticism points are equally there. What do you think? Mention that in the comments below. And again, we didn't talk about the Dhruva Sarja in length, is because there's only so much that we got and we mentioned our points. But if you have things to talk about Dhruva Sarja, his performance, and all the other cast and crew, don't forget to mention them in the comment section below. With that, this is Maruti Acharya,
And I am Sanjay Ponnappa.
and you're watching India Today.
And you're watching India Today, SoSouth.